is up, everybody? This is Keith Jamison. I go by Gator Guy 231 across the DFS industry. Feels like forever since we had an EPL video up on the Mayo Media Network. That's because we've had a pretty decent break between FA Cup, international break, but we are recharged and ready for what really looks like an awesome slate on Saturday. I was really pleasantly surprised when I opened it up, saw the matchups, saw the plays, the pricing, how construction came together. Really looking forward to getting you guys these picks and for this slate to come up. So just a quick reminder, if you're on YouTube, bottom right of the screen is the subscribe button, if I can say it right. All sorts of amazing stuff on the Mayo Media Network. Make sure you subscribe and turn on those notifications so you get alerted when everything comes up. And if you are on podcast, The Mix, make sure you are subscribed. Everything from the YouTube channel is also there. Just so much content, no matter what sport, that Pat and the team have for you. And a quick reminder, if you want a little bit more from me, you can check me out on my site, FSI DFS. We have a YouTube channel as well where I do a longer soccer version and some other things like that. So would love if you check us out or find me at GatorGuy231 on Twitter. All right, enough of the ads and that stuff. Let's get into soccer. All right, let's start at the top. Look, I'm going to just start and say this. Quick reminder, if you played like soccer in the international break, we got spoiled. We had all the games at the same time, had lineups, weren't having the late swaps. We are back to staggered starts. So make sure utility needs to be the last thing you fill. There is going to be some lineup surprises. There always are. Make sure you have that spot saved. Prioritize, your earlier games in the top spots. That flexibility is going to be huge. And do not set and forget your lineups or you potentially have a guy not playing. Just that is the PSA. Don't donate, your money by not paying attention. All right. So I'm going to give you really the top two guys here are going to be so heavily owned. It's going to be crazy. But Kevin De Bruyne, 10-5, best player in the EPL, probably top 5 best player in the world. Look, it's actually interesting. It's not like the easiest matchup, right? So City and Leeds are the two biggest favorites in the slates, both as of a Wednesday night. When I'm recording this, are minus 185, less than 3 total. Final game, the Liverpool versus Arsenal is pretty square. But I actually really like Kevin De Bruyne in games where City aren't rolling and that they might struggle to score because that leads to more corners, more crosses. Just some more opportunities for Kevin De Bruyne to get his fantasy points. It seems counterintuitive, but from a floor perspective and not needing a goal or assist, it's better when City have to work for it. So Kevin De Bruyne 10-5 in the midfield position is a lock and load for me, as is Rafinha, my guy, the guy on the cover. I think every single slate that I've been on here that Leeds has been on, I've just been talking about how Rafinha needs a new club. He's just gotten so good so fast from Ligue 1 over to the EPL and is dominating the EPL, dominating DraftKings, dominating anywhere you could put him. And you certainly want to put him in your lineup in the forward spot at 10,000. Look, Sheffield United, if you missed the news, last game or, in between the last 2 games, fired really should be legendary manager Chris Wilder, who brought them up multiple tiers, took them to potentially fighting for Europe last year, and they fire him after a rough season. They looked in absolute shambles versus Leicester. They gave up 19 shots, wasn't even that close. Leicester probably should have scored 5 or 6 goals, only scored 3. But regardless, Leeds is the type of team that when they get some rest and they get their legs back under them, they can be absolutely deadly. I think this one could get really ugly. I saw the 2.5 total. I'll have to see what Nigel says on Friday when the show's come out, but that seems like an over to me. But Rafinha 10,000, lock and load in the forward position. I also want to talk about his teammate, Patrick Bamford. Enough Bams for you. If I could have like that little GIF right now, that'd be awesome. But love Patrick Bamford. I think he should be recovered. He had gotten injured. So we're going to need to watch that news as it comes. There's plenty of other forward spots I'm going to be talking about in a minute, but Patrick Bamford is in, leading the line for Leeds at 8,000. I really like that play. I do think Leeds scores multiple goals here. So the chances that Bamford and Rafinha are part of those goals is very high. So really do like Patrick Bamford. If you go the Liverpool route, Liverpool forwards are a little underpriced, given their name recognition. per usual, people are going to be all over Mohamed Salah. To me, the best floor play of the bunch is Sadio Mane. He is who Liverpool really go to for playmaking outside the fullbacks, draws fouls, gets to the byline, get crosses in, so gets a lot of shots assisted, more fouls drawn, even more shots than Salah lately. So at 7,800, I think Mane is the guy that I prefer. And he potentially gets the weaker right side of Arsenal's attack. They've been playing Callum Chambers there, who, in my opinion, is just not a very good player, not a natural right back. So Mane could give him fits. Or you potentially have Cedric over there. I don't know if Bellerin's fit. We'll have to see that. But if he sees Chambers or Cedric, I think Mane could give them both fits. Diogo Jota cannot stop scoring. Scored versus Wolves, scored all over the international break for Portugal. He's only 7,200. Even if Firmino's back in, I don't think that Klopp can keep Jota out of the side. So 7,200 is probably more GPP. I don't think I could stomach it in cash. But Jota really does stick out. I know I'm going on like a little Liverpool run here, so apologize. But based on their pricing, I think they're going to fit a lot of bill. Trent Alexander-Arnold. If I were to give you all a core, I would say Kevin De Bruyne, Rafinha, and Trent Alexander-Arnold are the three highest owned players on the slate. At 6,600 TAA, it's finally starting to get back to the DFS TAA dream of 2020, where you just plug them in your lineup, know that you're getting double digits, know that if you get a goal or assist, you could be over 20 points, and you're sub 7K. So for that price in the defender position, I don't think you can beat it. If you have the salary, and that's going to a lot depend on this slate, what you do with the 4-2 position, in my opinion. So if you go up, so if you're going to go with Bamford, Mane, Salah, Jota, a Man City forward, I only have some amount of time here, but a guy like Riyad Mahrez has been phenomenal for City lately. You're probably not going to be able to pay up at defender 2. But if you go down, I'll talk about a punt here in a minute, you might be able to get up for Andrew Robertson, who split sets with Trent Alexander-Arnold. Started finally looking back like the Andrew Robertson of old. I think Fabinho getting back into the midfield really has given Klopp and Liverpool a little bit more comfort level at the back, that those center backs have cover so the fullbacks can actually press forward. We want the fullbacks to press forward because they can get in a position where they can cross the ball. Cross leads to a shot assist. A shot assist leads to a shot, which has that chance at a goal. So, that's when we get a cross plus shot assist plus an assist. And now we have a 7.7 DK play. Now all of a sudden those guys are crushing. So, that's what we want to see. I do like Liverpool here. Arsenal had a great comeback before the break, but we're looking very shaky in the back line. So maybe Liverpool can get off this international break, score a few goals. As a Liverpool fan, I truly do hope so. No more Liverpool. Let's talk about 3 more plays. Tyler Roberts is the punt forward I have in mind at 4,700. A lot of this will depend if Rodrigo is fit. He has not played for a while. Tyler Roberts has done a decent job. Young English player has had signs that he's ready to break out. But look, anybody for Sheffield United right now, I think has a great chance to break out. Again, I talked about with Bamford and Rafinha, that backline just looks in absolute shambles. They should have never fired Wilder. He would have been able to get them back up from the championship next year. I think Sheffield's in a long road to maybe some trouble here. So I really do like Leeds to hang multiple goals. I think Tyler Roberts is a really good, cheap way to do that. You could do a nice little stack of like Rafinha, Bamford, and Roberts. Maybe, roll in Jack Harrison, something like that. If you really want to go all in on Leeds, I definitely think that could pay dividends. Rodrigo from Man City is the next guy I want to talk about. So kind of a more central line midfielder, not normally the type of guys I like to target, but Rodrigo's just been so dang efficient. You look up and down his logs, 6, 7, 8, 9 DK. Hell, you get a goal or assist because he is one of the taller guys on City's roster. So he is a set piece threat. You get a chance at some upside here. So at 4,300, gives you a little bit more City exposure. They are tied with Leeds for the biggest favorite on the slate. So 4,300 Rodrigo, I think makes a lot of sense. I'm going to wrap it up with Calvin Phillips. One more Leeds play for you. Split some sets. You never know how many he's going to take. Leeds sets are weird, but he's sub 4K, may take some sets. Just got 2 English caps in the international break, so good for him. Calvin Phillips, a class player. And in a game where I think Leeds is just going to control the ball, control the tempo, I think at sub 4,000, Calvin Phillips is a steal and a great cash play. Guys, that's going to do it. Welcome back, EPL. Welcome back to all you viewers. I hope you are enjoying the soccer content. And if you're just taking a test drive into Soccer DFS, enjoy it, man. It is one of the best DFS sweats going. Play some Showdown, play some Classic. We're here to help you with those picks. And if you want to find me again, find more of my content, check out FSI DFS. Search it on YouTube, or you can check it on the website. And you can try to find me at GatorGuy231 on Twitter. Thank you all so much for your time. Good luck on Saturday. See you.